Alright people, so you may be wondering, what is Tigress doing? I'm going live. Alright, but this is not a live about me. This is a live about the macaroni and cheese, honey. Yes, so join me for a live run through, honey, of making a dairy-free macaroni and cheese. Okay, here we go. Alright, so much like other recipes, we are going to start off by making a cheese sauce. Okay? Alright, so our base is going to be olive oil, and just so you know ahead of time, we are going to substitute. We're using olive oil instead of eggs, and of course the non-dairy cheeses instead of the dairy cheeses. We are going to use combination cheeses because they have made wonderful advances in non-dairy cheeses. So we have Gouda, pepper jack, and mozzarella and cheddar. Tonight we're going to be using cheddar and pepper jack. Okay? So we've got our olive oil and of course extra virgin. This is going to be our base, so we're going to use it liberally. It is our fat. Remember, in culinary science, fat, acid, blood, that's where you get your taste, right? And then of course plants, which is what? The origin of all of our spices, like our basil and thyme and garlic and all those good things, right? All right. I get the and that's just flour from my my grocery bag. It's nothing unsanitary. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, so I use the Follow Your Heart pepper jack. These are wonderful. I also use, let's see here, the 365 plant-based cheddar. We're going to be using 2 packs of that. I get that, of course, from Whole Foods, if you recognize the brand. This is sold at both Whole Foods and Harris Teeter is where I normally get it. Okay. All right, and then we're going to need some butter. I use Earth Balance, dairy-free, soy-free, vegan. All right. We're going to be using seasoning salt and whole peppercorns, or rather the ground peppercorns. I'm just getting everything ready. Okay. And then of course seasoning salt, paprika, and let's see if I have the ground turmeric. I need more cumin. I would add cumin. It does help with the taste a bit, but it's mostly for the nutritional value. So we're good to go. All right, so we're going to turn on the heat. Since I'm using my classic Visions ware, there is an intention to use medium heat, which is how you should be cooking anyway, unless of course you're broiling. Start on medium, stay on medium, unless you're searing or broiling, of course, right? All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and season the olive oil, season the pan, because this is gonna be my cheese sauce. We love pepper, and when I say we, including my son. So I'm going to be using this very liberally. The paprika, not a whole bunch. A little bit more will go in the actual baking pan when we're ready. Okay, some seasoning salt. Also, I'll be posting my brine recipe. I just finished the video on that. Okay, and I'm putting it all in. I find that this particular brand melts very, very well. And it goes really fast. Some of you may be wondering, why are you making the macaroni and cheese the day before? If you know anything about me, and if you're asking this question, then you might fail a test on Tigress McDaniel. Because I love the crust of a macaroni and cheese, a baked macaroni and cheese. And the leftovers, honey, are the best way to really get that good old, what is it? What do they call it? GDC or GBC, golden brown, delicious. Look, I can spell. I can use my letters properly. GBD, golden brown delicious. All right. So that pretty much is going to do its thing. We're going to put the top on. We're going to keep it on medium heat. We're going to use our silicone spatula and monitor it and stir it as it cooks down and begins to melt. All right, now we're going to go ahead and prepare the pan. Alright, so here is our baking dish. Pretty straightforward. Again, if you know anything about me, you know I cook with glass. We're also going to go ahead and clean up the flour and begin boiling our noodles. Okay. Alright, so now we have our pan to boil noodles. And actually, let me give you some light over here. Here we go. So we're going to do this now. Let me move this out of the way. And then we have a little, okay. I'm gonna add the water. People use all different types of noodles. I'm going to be using the traditional macaroni noodles. This takes about 6 cups because I want my noodles to be tender. I don't want them to be al dente when they cook down. Sometimes I like that. but my mother nor my son prefer that. So 2-1, they win. And I'll eat it either way. That's pretty good. All right, we're gonna salt the water. Okay. And again, just regular old noodles. Nothing fancy here. We're going to coat the bottom of the pan and fill it about halfway. Okay, that should be plenty. So the only difference with your traditional baked macaroni and cheese that I would say that I've noticed is the fact that you're not going to have that kind of souffle or like souffle casserole richness to it, which is what you get when you use the eggs, right? I know there are many different ways to do it. You can add nutritional yeast. My family still is trying to make the transition to all plant-based foods, effectually vegan. And this is one hurdle for all of us, to be honest. So, this right here. And get that going around. And you'll notice that it's melting down pretty well. I'm going to add some of the pepper jack here in a second. You see that? Yeah. And then for those of us who love, to fry cheese or to pan saute cheese and have that wonderful cheese snack, this is how you can get it. Try to show you here. See that? It's coming. And the key here is patience. Just like with any good meal. You rush it along a bit, but alright, so we're gonna grab a couple of slices of the pepper jack, and then I'm gonna lay a couple of slices of the pepper jack on the top of the casserole when it's ready to bake. See, it's really starting to come together now. If you're joining me, let me know how you make your macaroni and cheese, if you make it non-dairy or not. And what substitutes do you use? But you can see this is melting, honey. That's melted. Love it. The ingredients include filtered water, coconut oil, modified potato and corn starches, potato starch, sea salt, green and red jalapenos, natural flavor, and olive extract. So it's just goodness, right? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then for the 365, filtered water, highly refined coconut oil, modified potato starch, modified tapioca starch, potato starch, sea salt, olive extract, natural flavors containing wheat, paprika extract, and beta carotene for color. So it's a natural color. All right. We don't want this to burn, so we're going to just go ahead and turn it off because the glass, the borosilicate glass, will retain the heat and it will continue to cook. So we can actually pull it off the heat as well, and that way we won't overcook it. I'm going to add a couple more slices of the mozzarella. Okay. And now we're just waiting on the macaroni to boil. Oh, wrong eye. So that's not going to help us, right? Okay. So leave that there. That's piping hot. That's very tempting to lick the spoon, but don't do that. Okay. Some people will butter the pan. You can. I'm going to spray it with olive oil. I have this environmentally friendly mister by Misto. I got it from QVC once upon a time when I actually shopped with QVC. I no longer shop with QVC. That's a story for another time. Okay. And I'm just going to spray around. And so that's ready to go. Easy does it. Okay. All right. And I love to catch it as it begins to boil, so I'm going to give you the same ASMR, believing that you enjoy it as well. What you see in the background, or here in the background, is my air fryer going. I'm making a salmon for dinner. I'm also going to go ahead and steam some vegetables real quick to go along with it. So that's what you'll hear and see. love broccoli around these parts. That's what I'm gonna make. That's the salmon. I'm using about 1.5 cups of water. Because we want to steam it, not boil it. I'll go ahead and add my seasoning. Turn on that to medium. All right, that's that. So now we're just waiting on the macaroni. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so now we wait. I guess while we're waiting, we may not be able to catch it boiling. I can show you. I went to the farmer's market and picked up mint, because I'm going to make some martinis tomorrow, so I need to restore that. I got these beautiful collard greens. Yeah. I typically can get a very good flavor base without using a mixture of the turnip greens and kale, but this time I'm going to mix them. I'm just feeling fancy. So that's kale, and then of course some good old turnip greens. So that's going to be wonderful. I got some garlic, which I don't think I'm going to have to open because, look, we got to get smarter, right? At the farmer's market, they had the pre-peeled garlic cloves, and I'm in love. So, I'm going to be using those. Fresh turmeric. I'm going to make some ginger and turmeric concoction for tea. There's a name for it. Don't get me lying. I think it's like a Nigerian, African name for it, but nonetheless, that's what I'm making. Okay, and then a red onion. This is gonna be me and my mom's jam, because I'm making, oh, hold on. I gotta get the sausage out. Yeah, because I'm making my sausage stuffing. Get that out of here now. quite a few things. Let me just go through that. It's still about to boil. Let me show you what else I got. I got aloe vera. Okay. Cabbage. And I know you see the tree in the background. It's not fully decorated, but I was trying to figure out where I was going to place it, you know? So I got ahead of myself. But I'll do a decorating video later on. Got some jasmine rice. Okay, so this is gonna be the, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Got the sweet Italian sausage. This is gonna be used for the sausage stuffing that I make. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. Spray it down here. All right, I gotta get organized big time. All right, let me show you what else I got here. So some of this is for, obviously, for the meal tomorrow, for the day off that we have. And then some of this is just, you know, it's regular grocery. So I decided to try this fried apple pie moonshine jelly, made in Tennessee. I'm excited about this. So I really love apple jelly. I got some of the white lightning mustard barbecue as well. Green beans. Love green beans. Hi. Hello. Peppers in several colors. Plantain. There we go. Oh, tomatoes, Roma. Oh yeah, this is my jam, literally, right? Blackberry jam. Another plantain, I got 2. All right. I love soup in the winter. I actually love soup always, but you know. Mushrooms. Carrots, the most beautiful Brussels sprouts you've ever seen. More mushrooms, and I'm going to restore these items as well, and that was the peppers, because the peppers go in my sausage stuffing. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. Ooh, let me spray these down, hang these up. What I do is to refresh these or clean them, of course I empty any debris, and then I spray them down on the inside, right? With the tea tree oil and hydrogen peroxide mixture, okay? Just that simple. There's a little bit of stuff in it, but that's all I do, and refresh it, and I hang it up so that it can actually air out. And catch that rolling boil. It's so pretty. All right. Okay. Trash this. And there we go, baby. Woo-hoo. All right, I'm gonna turn that, medium that. Look at that, honey. Yeah. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Some people are like, oh my God, go ahead and release the pressure on the top. It's serious, but it's not that serious. Like, it already does it. It does it on its own when I kind of turn down the heat. But I am going to stir it around a bit. I'm cooking at home, so I will use, I will cross-contaminate. You know what I mean. I'll use the utensil. This is, you know, presents no real danger for cross-contamination. But yeah, so now we're just waiting on that to boil so that we can add the noodles to the baking dish. We can go ahead and set our oven preheated to 375. Okay. And what I really want you to see is just how well the cheese mixes in the baking dish. Oh, let's see. So while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna put up a couple of these vegetables. If you've joined me, and if you have not joined me, what up, yo? Feel free to ask me any questions. They can be hyper science questions, or they can be general questions about the channel. Okay, and nothing's happening, it's just on medium, that's all. That's all that's going on. Okay. I turned it down and then I turned it back up. I'll give you a glimpse of the broccoli. Yeah. It's gonna take a few minutes. This is the part that is not so much as exciting. I guess what I can show you also is, let me see, because I don't want to, I am actually very casual, and so I'm very mindful what I show. We'll go here, and then, let's see, I need to make some tea, so I'll be making some tea, boiling that water. Ooh, it's trying it today, huh? It is, it's trying it. Okay. All right, okay. All right, okay. Ooh, there was something I was going to get. All right, we're going to stir it some more. I just do that so it's evenly cooked all throughout. Gives me great joy. You see that? It's beautiful. It's coming along. Still got a bit of a rolling boil. Okay. All right. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. All right, so while we're waiting on that, for my vegetables, when I store them in the refrigerator, I use this green paper, which helps to preserve and slow down the oxidization, which is, or oxidation. I believe that you can actually say that both ways. And the presence of free radicals or oxygen that is not bonded, right? That's what causes the degradation of our food. All right, so I've already got a couple of these in the refrigerator. I'll try to give you a glimpse here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Down at the bottom there. Okay. Got a couple of tomatoes down here. Some of the, I'll tell you, they keep up. Okay. Oof. Okay, just check it one more time. And don't none of y'all get impatient, because I've seen the stuff y'all be watching. So this has got to be exciting in comparison to the stuff y'all be watching, honey. I try to catch up and see what all is hot and trending, you know, in between law school assignments and trying to finish this PhD and all this good stuff and running the business. And I check it out and I see it and I'm like, really? Really? This what y'all doing? All right, so let me make a plate. Time to eat, honey. Let me see if I can even make this make sense. Can you see what I'm doing over there? Yeah, I guess you can. All right, I'm gonna show you something. You know, we all have our things, right? Our idiosyncrasies. So one of mine is to pull the skin off of the fish. Some love the skin, not my jam at all. Okay. And I do it for my sons as well. Because it's so well prepared, I can literally just pull it right off. And boom. You see that? See that from there? And pull it right on off. And then I just kind of scrape those parts, the innards. Scrape those off. All right, and toss that. Okay. And then get some good old broccoli up in there. Okay. One will be for me and one for my son, of course. Ooh, I'm hungry, y'all. Uh-oh. You see that? See? Proof that Tigress is not perfect. Boom. Okay, I'll put this here. Hey, so you can come and get your food, baby. And I am still live, so kind of curb it a little bit. Look, that's the disclaimer. I can't guarantee you what he gonna come in here and say or do. Let's see. And then I'm gonna pour me a glass of wine to go with my meal tonight. And it looks like we're almost done with our macaroni. Looks like it is coming along very well. Looks like it's almost ready. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what it is. It's ready. It's like that.
Mom, is this the stuff?
Yeah, it's yours.
What's that?
Macaroni and cheese.
Can I have some?
Not right now. It's not gonna be ready for another hour at least. But yep, you can definitely have some. All right, so I'll put this over here. Okay, so we have our sauce. All right, we're ready. We have the sauce. We have the noodles. And we have our pan, which is ready to go. Okay. Kind of back here. I can't really, well, I can't do this. Over here. I'll give you a better shot. It's a little bit distant. Yeah, because I've got everything. Normally I would have a lot more space because I do have a pretty large island. But as you see, it is full of produce. So we're going to make this work. I'll give you a close-up here in a second. And actually I can do it from here because this side is not hot. This side is cooling down. All right, so I can do it from here. That can be done. All right, so I'm just going to drain off the water. Love my copper colander, right? All right. This gets a little tricky, so I'm going to use my thingamabobbers, and we're going to go to the stove. I mean, go to the stove. Go to the sink. Oh yeah. Okay. love the smell of cooked pasta. Do you? Is that like just me? Love it. I also just love pasta by itself. Like just pasta, drizzle some olive oil. I'm telling you, I joke about the fact that I might have been Italian in another life. Okay. All right, so this looks amazing. Now we're gonna pour it in. You see what I'm saying? I know you see what I'm saying. I know you see what I'm saying. We're gonna turn this off. Okay, we're getting all the macaroni noodles, no noodle left behind. Okay. All right, so now we can go back to the cheese sauce, which is just chilling, better than a villain, chilling, better than a villain. All right, and then we're gonna grab this. It's cool to the touch because again, it's borosilicate. So now we have this delicious cheese sauce. Friends, I have to do it this way so you can see just how melty that really is, okay? Honey. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Honey, and that will come off because it's glass, the way that it works, honey, it will come off in a little bit like magic. It'll be a nice little snack. I'm gonna eat it with some nachos probably later on because I'm gonna be up for a while. I'm about to watch some movies and stuff like that. This is like the, you know, a good time to do it. All right. Okay, so that's there. Woo, honey. Okay. Now, you're gonna mix it in here, honey. Mix it on up. Now, if I was doing a macaroni for just myself and my mother, I would add onions. But I'm not gonna add onions because Asa will be eating this one. He likes onions, but not in the macaroni and cheese. Okay. You hear the squishy? I know you hear the squishy. That's the sound that you want to hear. And you hear the squishy. I know you hear the squishy. I know you hear the squishy. I know you do. Okay. Oof, we're gonna do, well, let's not do it just yet. All right, so go ahead and mix this thoroughly. I'm gonna give you an overhead shot here in just a second, but this is a pretty good view. Pretty good view indeed. And I know some of you might be cooking right now. You might be spending time with family. You might be decorating the tree. You might be doing a million different things. I do want to shout out to my ancestors of Cherokee heritage, culture, Native American descent, American Indian, Indigenous people, right? A shout out to all Indigenous people. We remain in solidarity with you on this day. And on tomorrow, we do not celebrate Thanksgiving. Instead, we honor you, your sacrifices, and the tragedies that your people experience, my people included. A lot of us who are African American, part of the diaspora, have the multiplicity of our heritage, and we have Native American roots as well. So we definitely stand in solidarity with you. Okay, so you got to see this on top, honey. You got to. You see what I'm saying? Don't front. Don't front when you know I got you open. Hey, don't front when you know I got you open. Hey. That's what I'm talking about, honey. Woo-hoo. Okay. All right, so And you can go ahead and add the mozzarella on the top of it. You see what I'm saying? It's a thing. It's a thing. And 2 slices for this size pan normally does the trick. Okay. All right, and it's going in the oven. Your oven is already preheated. And here we go. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Woo. Good and hot, honey. Good and hot. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And that's going to cook for 45 minutes to an hour. And you're going to see the bubbling of the cheese sauce. You're going to see the crust, the golden brown, delicious GBD forming. You're going to see all the wonderful things, honey. Yeah, yeah. And that's dairy free. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. Well, happy day off. And for more live recipes and all the cookings and things of that nature, join me again next time. I'll try to do my best to give you a heads up when I'm going live. But you know, a sister's life is full, honey. So turn on the notification bell, and that way you won't miss anything. You'll get notifications when I go live. All right? All right.